All right, we're unmuted. You can hear us on the internet
Wow.
in remote
Before it
places
was just
all
the
over.
gorgeous visual. And now,
Yeah, we had to create anticipation.
another dimension.
It's another showbiz secret. We're gonna give away too many secrets one of these days. We're too much of an open book on this show
You gotta be careful.
and giving away industry secrets and stuff. We gotta be cautious.
The anticipation, the secret.
Well, welcome to the Hair of the Dog show on Sunday afternoons here at Six Springs Tavern. Thank y'all for being here and or tuning in. We appreciate it very much. We're gonna kick it off with our little signature tune that we always do.
Yeah. One of these days we'll get that theme song. We'll go through like 100 episodes and be like, well, we'll get that theme song going.
Sunday afternoon and your hair is in a fog, but you know we got the cure for what ails you.
Yeah, I get
Little
there.
picking, singing, laughing, drinking. Hair of the dog, it's coming at you. Something like that.
It's a little closer and closer each episode.
Yeah. That chord progression didn't really work, but no one was paying attention to it too closely, hopefully. All right, but here we like to start off with a song called Dance or Fight that just, I think, sets the air for the afternoon, hopefully. We come right after the Wake and Bake show with Sunny, so this one's only appropriate. It goes like this. One, two, three, four. I just want to get high and sing my songs. Hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just want to get high and sing my songs. Lately this whole world seems mighty complicated. A lot of folks are angry and more are just jaded. It gets hard keeping up with news and social expectations, but I just want to sing my heart and enjoy some libations. I said I just want to get high and sing my songs, and I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just want to get high and sing my song. Well, we can't go back to the way things used to be. We can aim for where we think we want to go. Oh, brother, you do you and I'll do me. A little love and we can all be free. I said live, let live so we could all die in peace. Good grief, I said I just want to get high and sing my songs, and I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all damn night, but I just want to get high and sing my songs. That's it. I just want to get high and sing my song.
Sing my song.
And I hope someone out there will sing along. Y'all can dance or you can fight, cuss and drink all goddamn night, but I just want to get high and sing my song.
Hey.
Okay. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
So we are Jacob and Alice Zaz. We host this every Sunday, and we always have a special guest as a singer-songwriter on, and today our guest is Trisha R. Martin. How are you doing today?
Hey, it's just Trish or Trisha, but that is kind of my Instagram name. So if you want to hit me up on there, you can do so. I'm doing all right. You know, I'm really enjoying this rain and cloudy day.
It cooled down.
Yeah.
And we very much needed it, so it's been very refreshing.
Yes, definitely. And I'm glad to be here.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad you're here.
Thank you for coming on. Have you done anything like this before?
I have never done anything like this before, so it's definitely a first for me. Usually I'm just singing at home, and I come out every once in a while and play some little open mic night gigs, play some of my music that I wrote. That's about it.
Well, yeah, that's how we met you, and your
Yeah.
songs are so cool, and it's you have such a unique approach to me. I mean, maybe I am unaware of the influences or whatever, but it's so unique and enchanting.
Thank
so
you.
yeah, no, I haven't heard anyone else that sounds like you and uses like phrasing and stuff the way that you do. So
Oh, thanks.
I'm really
I
glad
appreciate
that
that.
you come on
Jacob.
here. And
Oh, yeah.
this is our first time doing this sort of thing. I mean, well, this is episode 11, so it's our 11th time. But this little venture
number
here,
11.
you know, we've never done anything like this before either, so it's still new to us. And
It's just been fun to, have friends on and people that we've jammed with at open mics and stuff, and whether they've done it before or it's new, I don't know. We don't really have too many rules here, so we'll just keep it
yeah,
casual
Just like to
and
hang
just
out.
hang out.
usually we're on a
Right.
couch, but there's some power issues going on, so we're up on the stage currently, and this is the second time we've done it up here. It's a very different vantage point for us, but it's pretty cool.
Star
I like it.
treatment.
Of course, it would be my turn to miss the comfort of the couch.
The couch is pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie to you. The couch is great, but this is nice too.
Yeah, this is swell. This is a beautiful stage. Yeah. So
And of course, we'd love to have you on again once we move our way back to the couch. So,
I'm just saying, man,
yeah.
that comfy seat. I'm sure everybody at home is tuning in. They're on their couches.
I hope so.
I'm
Y'all better be
I'm up here in
comfortable.
envy.
When you would-
Busted your blanket out, got some tea, looking at the rain. But what were you saying?
I was gonna ask if you would like to play us a song.
Yeah, for sure. I'm kind of gonna just start off with one that I wrote that's just kind of like it's just one of my favorites. It's called Catastrophe, and I hope you like it. My head is swimming in memories. All I can think of, us on repeat. Repeat. That's what it seems. Oh, what it seems. My heart is feeling the misery. All you can do is just let me be. Let me be. That's what it seems. Oh, what it seems. Oh. let me be. Thank you, love. Thank you, love.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. I really enjoy that song that I wrote a couple years back. And when I write songs, I would definitely say that I have like an intuitive approach to songwriting. I don't really follow any like formula, and usually it just kind of just comes out.
Yes, we will reintroduce. This is Trish.
Yeah.
Trisha R.
Trisha,
Martin.
yeah.
Uh,
Trish Martin.
Trisha
Yeah.
Martin.
Yeah.
I just know that's what you like your Instagram.
My
is.
Instagram is definitely Trisha R. Martin.
Right on.
Yeah, so
And
yeah,
don't
if you
really
want to
do
hit
other
me up on my
media
social
stuff.
media, that's it. Like, I'm kind of like lame.
You're not out there really as an artist.
I'm not-
People just got to catch you at
Yeah.
an open mic or something. They can have good fortune.
Yeah, I
Well, tuned in
haven't
here, I guess.
really, taken that step to like actually record, but I'm hoping to get in the studio soon.
Oh, cool.
And so I have like that ambition. But yeah, for right now, I've just been in a period of like writing a lot and kind of preparing for getting in the studio.
Nice.
So
You do have a soulful voice.
Emily Freeman. Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you.
do have a soulful voice. We do have a live studio audience here on the Hair of the Dog show. So if you ever see us talking, we're not talking to ghosts. We're not. We're probably not
It's real
losing our
people.
minds. You know, there are
Probably.
people here, and Sunny always likes to say what's up and everything. Sunny hosts the show before ours, which is a ton of fun. Also.
we love our peanut gallery. Love you too, Sonny. You were talking a bit about that song and your songwriting process. I just wanted to know if you can elaborate on that more. If there's any more backstory to the song or your process. And
So yeah, actually, this song actually is about one of my exes. I do write a lot about relationships, but if you've ever had someone that just won't, like, if you ghost them, if you try to disappear, they're still so like wanting to be in your world that they keep on,
Too
intruding. One thing is they are persistent. He was really persistent, but after a time, I was actually like feeling like, just him not letting go and moving on after our breakup was just like my catastrophe. So that's kind of how it came out.
What about your playing style again? Is like you said, you write very intuitively and everything, and
Yeah.
it does create a very I don't know the word, but like the form is always unique. But your guitar playing specifically is also like really striking. Do you have a background in like classical guitar, or like how did you develop your style?
I don't exactly have a background in any like classical training, guitar training. I grew up with a family of musicians and really like have been playing mostly like rhythmic guitar for several years, and then I just kind of got bored and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try to finger pick, because that'll be a challenge for me. So yeah, I just started trying to fiddle with what sounded good to my ear, and also try to make something new for myself, So it's literally like just like a hobby, just to make up music. So
Yeah.
that's why I love doing it.
I guess like the lack of like specific pressures associated, and it just being like, and that intuitive approach is. I mean, you like I said before, and I keep saying like just such a unique sound and everything, and it's very very cool.
Thank you.
I mean, it's so uniquely yours, and it's like your voice, 100%. And that's really really neat.
to say on that subject, we've played together a couple times at open mics too. I mean, I would believe awesome results, and hopefully we'll play
Oh, yeah.
a couple together today. But your description of that maybe be an answer to why. I also learned just by, figuring it out what sounds good to my ear, and then, yeah, kind of that intuitive thing. So, something there. All you intuitive players out there, get together and see what you make, because,
It can be magic.
yeah, it has been. It's been really fun, so. But yeah, did you have any?
Would you care to give us another song?
Sure. Do you want us to play the song together?
Yeah, sure.
You want to play that one?
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is probably a little bit more. A little bit more difficulty. You got me locked up, oh so tight. You twist my arm round, oh so right. There's nowhere to run. I've lost my mind. You go ahead. You take your bite. You got your bend block up, oh no sight. You clipped my wings bare, oh no flight. There's no one to call. I've lost my fight. You go ahead. You take your bite. It's no surprise. This feels like fire when I realize you wrapped me up in wire. Just rip it out, 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 rip out all my light. I'll bleed it, 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 I'll bleed out. Red, red, so bright. Oh, whip it out, 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 whip out all my fight. Yeah. Just got it, I got it, I got it, I got Get it out, get it out, get it out, get out your black rage. Dark as the night, you go ahead. You take your bite. It's no surprise. This feels like fire. Thank you. Thanks. That was beautiful, Alice.
Aw, thank you.
Hey, I love it when you play with my songs. It's so great. It just adds so much to it. And that song is called Bite, and it's kind of like my ode to my virtual vampire, wherever you are. Because once upon a time, I did suffer some cyber abuse and hacking, and it was torture.
It's like an invisible foe or something.
It was my
creeps up.
invisible foe.
What are you doing? Yeah, very good stuff. Like, and it is like just a different sound also. Like, and yeah, all those vocal runs and everything are just super cool stuff. I can't
Thank
sorry to
you.
bring you up here and be like, oh, you're just awesome just the whole time or anything. But that's kind of you have very cool songs.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh, do you want to play a song?
Sure. A song of foes. We have
What
a
would
song
that
of
be?
foes. Like the Yellowstone.
Okay, yeah. A not so nice song.
We'll keep it in the theme.
Yeah. Directed at a tormentor.
Yeah.
All right, it's called Any Old Night in Galveston. It's a new one we're working on. Hi, Poncho. How you doing?
He's being so social.
It's because it's past his dinner time.
Mm.
All right, here we go. Go, man, and dive into the ocean. I ain't gonna swim out after you. I was brought here under false pretenses. Right now, I don't give a damn what you do. Well, I'm sorry if that seems a bit cold, but I've been up all night and sick from that bad seafood bowl. Drinking buckets of rum, not having no fun. Wishing I had just stayed my ass back home. So go on, man, and dive into the ocean. Them crabs and fishes sure do have a view. I came along 'cause I wanted to see the ocean, but this shit you got me in here just ain't cool. These coastal Texas towns do have their charms. Stories such as this won't always go over well. Between the threat of being drowned, run over, or stabbed, well, I would just simply see you in hell. Go on, man, and dive into the ocean. I ain't about to risk my hide for you. That dark and dirty water, it might sure change your outlook, but who am I to tell you what to do? Say, go on, man, and dive into the ocean. I've come as far as I'm willing to go. You might have been my friend, oh, but we all meet our end. I guess that I I just know something you don't. Well, I guess that I've learned something you just won't.
Yay! All right.
Thank you. Galveston's a lovely place. I'm actually a big fan, but it's, you know, it's one of those places that's like, you like it because it's messed up, or because it's, it's like, this is
You
not.
don't know what you're gonna get into, really.
Yeah,
Any of the stories that come out of there is like we did not go there thinking that we'd leave there with that story.
Yeah, it's a wild card town. You ever been to Galveston?
I have not been. I was just thinking about that. No, I have not.
Are you from Texas, or where?
I am from Texas. I am a small town girl, up from the top of Texas, up in the Panhandle, in the Northwest,
Okay.
where it is dry and windy.
What town? I'm trying to. I know we've driven through there a whole bunch. I have a song about that actually.
So I'm from this little bitty town called Follett,
Follett.
and it's just like, basically there is a flashing light. There's not even a real stoplight in there.
You're really
So-
close to like Colorado and stuff right there. Though.
It is.
I mean,
I've
it's
been
like
up there to Colorado. Yep, I have family from the north, up in Iowa. So
Have you been to any Texas beaches?
I have been to South Padre Island, and I've been to I'm down by Corpus Christi.
Okay, yeah, like Mustang Island or
It starts with a P.
Port Aransas.
Port Aransas.
Yeah, Port Aransas is pretty nice. We haven't been to Padre yet, but I used to go to Galveston all the time as a kid, and we've been a handful of times together.
Been to Padre in school,
Oh, nice.
school
Yeah.
trip or something.
I hear
like that.
Padre's pretty nice. I hear
Yeah.
the water is a good bit cleaner, a little bit better beaches and stuff.
I mean, Port Aransas was real pretty too. I think I got stung by a jellyfish there though.
Oh,
Well,
It's real pretty. Woo.
right on. You want to play another song for us?
Yeah. So, like I said, a lot of my songs are about relationships, and and usually they're about like my relationships, but this one in particular, I was kind of inspired by. I was actually kind of inspired by my oldest daughter. It's great to be a mom, and actually some of my songs are about my relationships with my kids as well, but this one's called Far Away. Wish I could go back to that day when I filled the space right next to you. We would sit outside and watch all the people going by under the blue sky. Your hand in mine, but everything changed. I can see you on my screen, but it's not the same. You're so far away. Now my sky is gray. Oh, if I could go back to those blue skies can see you on my screen, but it's not the same. You're so far away. Well, 'cause everything changed. I can see you on my screen, but it's not the same. Thank you. That was about my teenager's love that changed in the pandemic. And we, back then in that time, we went from seeing everybody to seeing no one.
Oh, dang. Yeah, it must have been hard being a teenager during that time. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah,
You have
it
all your
was.
friends and everything. Being grown, it's like part of it was, oh, I can rest and not worry about so much. If you had that luxury or finding the ways to get by, but I
Your
know as
entire
a,
life is a social experience.
as a
you know.
teenager, dang.
Right? And parenting one's even more hard.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
they
of
do
how
a
cool it
little
must be,
tuning.
like, you writing from that, because it's like when you are in school and experiencing like early relationships and stuff, and like that feels one way, but to be a parent, which I'm not a parent, so I can't imagine, but I would bet that having all the life experience and having been through that and then seeing it and it's still being a very emotional experience because you know seeing
See
someone
your kid
hurting,
have a
you know,
heartbreak,
that
man.
sucks,
Ooh,
like,
that's rough.
but also
And-
having the background perspective to like understand it too. It's
And
cool.
like on a songwriting level, this one is unique for me because I actually wrote the music and the just like the vocal melody first. And so I didn't actually have any lyrics. I was just messing around one day. And then I loved it so much, but I couldn't never really get the right words. And like some of the words that I made up were just so silly. I was like, I can't like sing this. This can't be the song. And then Nora, yeah, she had like this huge ordeal, and so I was like, ah, this is great inspiration.
Thank you.
Thank you
For your
heartache.
Aw.
I'm just gonna feed
Yeah,
off that.
I mean, a little bit. That was interesting too, like the order that you did it. I think we've talked a couple times on the show with different people, like, yeah, about process, but in specific, like whether they come up with lyrics first or that kind of thing. And I don't remember who in specific. I wish I had the comparison, but that is really interesting to have those foundational pieces, and then an event comes along and you can fill it in. So.
Is it
Yeah.
usually a lyric comes first for you though? Or?
Usually it all just kind of happens, kind of like when I'm practicing or fiddling around, and I tend to how do I want to say? I tend to like write songs like as my music therapy. So for everyone who's out there and struggling with anything, like I feel you. I go through things, and I guess songwriting is just my way to like just release that emotion and those thoughts that are associated with that life event. And so most of the time, it just comes out when I least expect it sometimes. Sometimes I don't even remember. I know I have songs out there that in the universe in my past that were probably really great ones. They were like the hits.
And now it's just gone.
And now they're just gone. They were just one-timers. I'm like, man, why can't I remember those?
I get some of those in the car. I'll like get into the inspiration in the car, and I can't quite do a recording. I'm focusing on the road, and then I just have to accept this is gonna be gone by the time I get to my destination. And I know it's out there somewhere.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely for me like in the moment. I'm just creating music in the moment.
Yeah. It's so cool when that happens. Like I've
Yeah.
had some songs I look back on and I'm like, that was a fever dream of an experience. Like, I don't remember writing that or putting those pieces together and it just like existed all of a sudden. Like,
That was Dance or Fight, right?
a little bit. That one was just kind of spilled out on paper and it came together. But I still
Yeah.
remember writing it. Like, got some like stranger songs. Like, I've got this one that we play once in a while called Bargain Bin Buyin' that we'll not do today. But like, it's a very strange constructed song, and like, none of it really makes sense to me. But it all just kind of, like, it all kind of just came together in one day, sort of mysteriously. And I was like, how does this exist now? And it's just a strange song, but I like it a lot. I like it when that happens.
Much requested now, too. The band's always like, let's play
Yeah, our
Bargain Bin
band
Buyin'.
always wants to play that song because it's just a circus. And,
And then we're playing to, you know, a proper crowd who may be like, what are we listening to? And we gotta be like, no,
yeah,
not
we've
this
definitely
time."
thrown a room with that song before. They'd be like, we liked it before, now we don't know.
I don't know what this is, but
I do have a song that I'd like to share that is inspired by a little bit south of your neck of the woods, but
Okay.
going up 287 there toward Amarillo.
Uh-huh.
That it's about that stretch of road particular. It's called Clarendon, my darling, and so you know Clarendon, right?
Hey, that's like my hometown too.
Oops.
All right. Well, this song might, has mixed things to say about it. So I hope there's no hurt feelings.
I'm excited to hear it.
This one's for you, Sonny. Clarendon is a town I've driven through many times. The streets are all lined with big PVC crosses and ramshackle nickel and dime. Police there aren't very friendly, and I've been stopped a time or two. But the law, the church, and the madness, they won't stop us from making it through. Clarendon, my darling, Clarendon, my friend. See you in hell if we are already there, but it's all the same in the end. These planes can get pretty lonesome, so we stay as high as we can. And through the elevation sickness, lost in all that we've witnessed, till it brings us right back here again. To Clarendon, my darling, Clarendon, my friend. We'll see you in hell if we aren't already there, but it's all the same in the end. Oh, but the hills aren't far away, and this blankness will give soon to valleys and views of impossible heights, stunning dark nights, and the promise of another bright day. Hey, hey. Oh, but Clarendon, my darling, Clarendon, my friend. See you in hell if we aren't already there, but it's all the same in the end. All right. Poncho nearby. I don't see him anywhere.
As much time as I spent in Clarendon, I really enjoy that tune.
Did we do it
Hits
justice?
home. Yeah.
Has anyone seen Poncho? Poncho, come here, bud.
Oh.
Oh, he's getting in trouble for
Cool.
nothing.
Yeah, you're a good boy. You're just so small. So that was a fair treatment for Clarendon, you
I
think?
think so.
Okay.
I think so.
We're-
Yeah.
We're fond of the area. We spent a little bit, or a decent amount of time at Caprock Canyons
Yeah.
State Park. We actually got married there and have gone back and explored there a little bit in the canyons. And there's so much beauty around there. But man, when you're on hour 6, you know, trying to get somewhere and you're going through Clarendon, you're having to slow down and try not to get pulled over and everything. It's like, oh, get me
Then the police
through
are
these
so
next 3 hours,
unfriendly.
please. Oh yeah.
They will stop everybody that's speeding.
Yes, they are. They're looking for. They're looking for you. They're
They
looking
are.
for us
They're
for sure.
hiding.
You know.
And people who don't know, well, now you know.
Now you know.
If you ever go down the,
Yeah.
go up
Just
on 287, be
if you're heading towards
careful.
Colorado, just take your time.
Yeah.
When it says slow down to 35 miles an hour, slow the fuck down. You know?
Plainview, hey, yeah. I
Yeah,
lived
yeah, go
about
under.
about almost a decade in Plainview. I got family up there in Amarillo, Lubbock, all around there. Some of them are in Oklahoma. We don't really count them.
Oh, yeah. Distant relatives.
That's my Texas heritage talking, but no. So I like to go to those open wide spaces every now and then, but I'm surprised how much I have become a city girl, because when I go visit up there, then I come back here and I hit the traffic on the freeway. It feels like home now.
Really? I s- There is trade-offs for everything. Whenever I come back into Dallas and hit that traffic and see the city, I'm like, ugh. Oh gosh. But then I'm adept to it. You know, I've lived here my whole life, and I just cruise around without thinking about it. But yeah, to get out and experience the open spaces, it's hard to come back, man.
Yeah, well, one thing that I do miss about that place is seeing the sky, the sunsets and the sunrises. There's nothing that compares to that.
the
And then there's
stars.
the stars. You can actually see the stars. Oh,
Look at
I miss that.
Yeah, in the city you can hardly see any lights, any stars anymore.
We used to find our way around using them, and now we're like lost that sense.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Debilitated
We're like
because we
skunks
can't.
with no homing sense. And twice as stinky. No, I kid. Just humans in general, not. We all
Not
smell
us.
great
Oh,
up here.
yeah.
Everyone
If
up
y'all
here
are here, you'd be like, "Wow."
smells wonderful. Yeah, well, all this is streaming currently. Yeah, would you care to give us another song
okay.
so that Bobby can can share?
Yeah, let's see. I'll do.
Cool.
Yeah, I'll do one. Take me to that place. Ooh. Ooh, where you love me every way. Ooh. Ooh, lift me up to the sky, lift me oh so high. I will hold tight and never let go. Tell me what's there inside, behind your dark, dark eyes. Baby, you really need to know. Please close my eyes and I give in. Oh, let me feel that rain. I wanna hear you say that you need me like this. Please stay and wrap me up. Surround me in your arms. Just say you'll be the one who will never get enough. Oh, when the going it gets rough, I will give you all my love. Oh, all my love. Thanks.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you. That was actually one of my like epic love songs that I was inspired to write, and yeah, that relationship didn't work out either.
Good song.
But I
though.
got a good song out of the thing, you know.
That's kind of the trade-off, right? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, all those feelings came from somewhere, even though it didn't work out. It's still
It's still good.
can hold
a
on
good
to it.
song, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah. So what about you guys? When you're writing songs, how you like?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whose show is this?
Oh, I'm just
No, I'm just
curious.
kidding.
I'm
I'm
just
just kidding.
curious. I'm like curious now. It's the Clarendon song. It got me interested. So how do you come up with like a song like that? What inspired you to write the song, the Clarendon song? What is that? What it's called?
It's called Clarendon, My Darling,
Oh, okay. Clarendon, my darling.
and I know I had written like kind of a free verse, like journal entry sort of poem thing about Clarendon one time when I was driving through it, and it had always kind of been a just a reference point on our road trips and stuff, and we would talk about it a lot, and yeah, I had written about it a bit in a journaling sort of fashion, and I don't know. I don't remember exactly how that one came about. I mean, most of my songs come about from one line. I'll start with one line, and I'll be like, "Oh, that's a good line," and then I just like flesh everything else around that. I don't remember exactly how that one started. I think I remember coming up with the like instrumental, that whole progression. I came up with that after the fact. I know, because I was like, all right, it needs some kind of intro or something, and so that I came up with afterward. And I don't know if it was the first line or maybe Clarendon, my darling, Clarendon, my friend, maybe. And then I think that's how that one came out. But yeah, usually it starts with a line, and oftentimes it's the first line of the song, and then I just write it all out, and I'm like, there it is, you know, and then I figure
Nice.
out what chords work good for it. And I've had different processes in the past. I used to be, I came up working more in like studio work, and so like, I had a home studio to like record my bands that I played in, and I was really into that, and that's kind of how I started songwriting, because I needed stuff to record, because that's what I was super interested in. So I was like, well, no one's coming to record, so I guess I better write some songs. And so then I started writing songs, and in that case, you know, when I was starting out, I did it in using the computer and stuff a lot, I guess, to kind of block out ideas, or maybe I'd make a whole instrumental thing, and then, okay, this needs lyrics, and I would just try to write some words, and it would come out as a song eventually. But more and more lately, it's like I try to stick with those ones that just kind of all of a sudden exist.
They all
like-
of a sudden exist.
It's kind of like this coming up with a theme song for the show, you know. It's like, okay, we need a theme song, and I have these words, but I can't just quite make it coalesce because I guess maybe I'm trying too hard or it's too like the need for it is too clear, whereas I need it to just exist on its own all of a sudden. And those would like for my own songs that I would like go so far as to record and perform and everything. I tend to prefer the ones that come about very, very easily.
Yeah.
And try not to rush it or try not to force myself to write with any sort of regimentation or anything. But any idea that pops in my head, I write it down on my phone. If I'm out driving during the day or whatever, and I'll just have an idea, and next time I pull over, I'm like, I gotta get that down. Or sometimes I'll be like, I gotta pull over so I can get that down.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I gotta do this dangerously because I gotta write it down. I can't pull over right now.
More than me. Yeah. I guess I'm in a similar camp. I don't have too many songs, but the ones that I've kind of finished or close to finished all came out in one go. And I guess the one that I've been playing, the Now You Know one, that one was mostly finished, and I had the last verse also written somewhere else. It was in this other group of poems, and then I just was like, I need a part, and then I just like scooped it up from somewhere else, and I was like, oh, well, that was always meant to be there, and so I guess it's like a little of both. And then now more so I have like parts of things that I'll put down and then try to pick out later, but I let them sit. I don't, either it all comes out in one go, or I have to look at it months later, or just won't be.
I like taking it slow with them when it needs that, and just like instead of being like, all right, I gotta finish this. Like at some point, it will just exist. You'll get the other lines or whatever. You know, hopefully. You know, I have a bunch of unfinished ideas along the same thing, but I feel like maybe I've never done much co-writing. It's you and I'll bounce ideas off you, and you'll help me with a line here and there, and that's kind of like the closest I've come to really co-writing with anyone. So I think at some point I'll have all these little bits of ideas that I'm not gonna finish or whatever, and that would make for great co-writing sessions, I think, which is something I'll explore one day, I guess. That's like the big country music thing. You gotta co-write with people. That's how you get your hits, supposedly.
Well, I think that sometimes you can get stuck in a rut of what you're doing by yourself, and I know, like, I run the challenge of, like, I don't know, like, I start something and then I don't finish it because I have ADHD. So I do have a lot of, like, song ideas that I'll start out, and I think that they're great, and then they just won't take off or go anywhere or, like, get complete.
Yeah.
You know? But then sometimes you just have to, like, take it for what it is sometimes.
I've had ones that I thought were not going to go anywhere for sure, and it was like a year later I saw it and I was like, oh my goodness, I know this song now, and I have it, you know, or finish it or whatever. But with the total expectation that it was just a little idea, you know, whatever. It's nice when that comes around too. But also I think just like you've gotten into journaling again lately, I've noticed. And I haven't done that in a while. I used to be pretty good about just like writing down thoughts and whatever. And but just like the momentum is, I think, if you are like, I need to write a bunch of songs, or like, you know, that's your goal or whatever, setting that momentum is really helpful. Even if you're like, you know, like people do this, I'm gonna write a song every day, and it's like most of those songs are gonna suck. You know, I don't want to do that personally.
Lot of pressure.
I'm not gonna go for that, but I can see how for someone that does decide to do that, like, it's with the knowledge that, yeah, most of those songs aren't going to be great songs.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are probably going to kind of cross-pollinate, and you're going to get recurring themes that are present in all of them. But then if you know, the 20th one is like, oh my God, this is a good song, and it's because I had that momentum of everything going, that's worth it for sure. I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me, but it's not my approach.
I think though, like, being open to, like, always trying to be creative, because I think the creative process is, it's just like, you can't really, it moves in its shape. It's not really like just like a solid block where you're gonna be able to figure it out, you know? And, but I think I'm actively writing about 1 to 2 songs a week.
That's amazing.
And but some of those, even that frequent of song, if you're a songwriter out there and you want to take a challenge, you know, try to get 1 a week. But even doing that is a lot of material that some of those song ideas just get put on the back burner if I like something.
And it helps not to be
something
precious
else.
about it, I guess. It's very easy to be like, oh, this is my art, this is my soul, you know, I'm writing hard truths here, and then to feel like, oh, well, I'm not gonna finish that one or something. Like, it's easy, like
Yeah.
it can be kind of like the fine line between something feeling like disposable or not, I guess. But also just knowing like,
Yeah.
okay, I can write this without it being. This doesn't have to be a song that I ultimately perform, even if it gets me to the next one, or just gets those thoughts out on paper or whatever.
Well, in the way that I approach songwriting and music, like as my therapy, there's definitely a good amount of songs that I haven't even performed in the public, just because, for that very reason, like they're just like they really are like my heart and my soul. And when you do expose your songs to the others, you know, you do open up their like opinion and thought
It can change
con-
it. Too.
criticism
Yeah.
and
It's a
So-
vulnerability and
yeah.
it can change its meaning too. I mean, you put something. It's like I kind of have this like I always think of when something is you observe something. It's like a quantum thing or whatever. Nerd alert. When you measure something, it changes it. You know, and so like a whole bunch of eyes on something is gonna change the nature of what it means. And so as for an artist to go out and on a limb and present something, I mean, it feels very dangerous, and it's because it is. And it's like, oh, I'm often like when people are nervous on stage or to go on stage, I'll be like afterwards, I see nothing blew up, no one died, it was all fine. But also, sometimes it can be quite painful or a different, just an unexpected emotional experience to put your precious little baby or your thing of yourself into the public, and it does change it. It can change how you feel about it, and but sometimes for the good too.
Oh, definitely. I definitely felt like a lot of the feedback I've gotten has mostly been positive. So for all those people who are negative Nancy's, just shh.
Yeah, we don't need it.
But it's good. It's fun.
Awesome. Well, thanks for asking us
Yeah.
that question.
Talking about songwriting. It's good.
Songwriting.
We're getting a little long in the hour, I mean, kind of getting to the final portion, I would say, but get you to play another song or two. But I
Okay.
did want to ask you, talking about recording, your songs again are so unique, and I've heard you play them with Alice and with our good friend Mark, who we talk about on this show all the time. One of these days, we're gonna have to
Yeah.
Mark on the show because he drums for all of our friends.
Yeah.
And it's just a great dude. But I've heard you play with him a little bit. And before hearing that, I would have said it's very hard to imagine hearing your songs like with an ensemble or something. Do you have feelings about that, or you're talking about prospectively recording? Do you think you're gonna try and do like arrangements with other people, or are you trying to do
Well,
something? Like how do you imagine that?
I don't know. That's a good question. Sometimes I think that for me, like, it could just be a lot of the music that I have could just be played just, solo. But because there is sort of like a dreamy, like, quality to it. But, yes, when I get other musicians, and I have had other drummers and other, like, even guitarists playing with me with some of my material, and definitely when you add other sounds, it's going to create a different sound,
Yeah.
and so everybody has their own influence, and so collaborating, I've wanted to collaborate, but I'm also kind of like, well, I'm not really sure, or I haven't really defined what kind of artist I would like that music to be what sound I like, really
How do you want to
fancy,
present it?
and that it is a big step. It's a big step for me to just record just generally. So I think I'm like open to that. I think that some of the songs I've written kind of demand more.
Okay.
And then some of them could just stand alone with just an acoustic and a vocal.
Very cool. I look forward to hearing that.
Which this is, I'll play another song. Do you want to try to do your thing?
Try my hand out of the sea.
why did you do me like that? It was so close to being what would last. You came right out of my dreams. Now it's so clear it's never meant to be. I never saw it coming, but I should know better. 'Cause who can see past my pretty picture? When my glossy fades, I know I am beautiful. And I just want you to know I would crash in you like a wave. Set your mind right to a daze. I got so much more to give. Feel that heat rush, blowing in the wind. Oh no, I didn't like that. All of my hope left in such a flash. Never saw it coming, but I should know better. 'Cause who can see past my pretty picture? But when my glossy fades, I know I am beautiful. And I just want you to know I would feed that need you think you crave. Fix your eyes right to a haze. I got so much more within. Feel that heat rush. Oh, and I would crash in you like a wave. Fix your mind right to a daze. I got so much more to give. Feel that heat rush, blowing in the wind.
Wonderful. What was that one
Yeah.
called?
That one's called Heat Rush. Yeah, that was following the love song I wrote.
Okay. So part two.
That was part two. That was the and all my dream man left me. He wasn't a dream no more. Oh, but Alice, when you play on that tune, I think we've done that a couple of times maybe, but for me it just adds so much more depth to the song. And so like collaborating with other artists can really take your music somewhere you never thought it could be. Yeah, I really love that.
Thank you for having me play on it. I love to play to it. As I get to know your songs more, and how do I phrase this? Because your songs are so ethereal, and upon first listening, deciphering between the different ones, but then as I get used to them, yeah, finding those individual parts and each of their uniqueness has been a joy. And they all have their own challenges too, and different unexpected keys and notes that stand out. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think they're very conducive to strings for sure. I could hear whole string sections on them.
I was gonna say, like your voice is very. I'll find myself plucking more because your voice is already doing the long draw of like what a fiddle would be doing, and so just trying to complement that and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Thank you for having me.
Definitely.
Would you mind playing one more for us to close us out? I think we've covered a lot of good ground, and I thank you so much for being here and being a part of this. And goodbye, Sonny.
Bye, Sonny.
If y'all are tuning in, by the way, next week, I guess, is the last week of the Wake and Bake show with Sonny. Am I correct in that? Okay, and she's bringing the whole band, and it's going to be something else. So if you've been tuning in here and there, you've been thinking, man, I should make it out on a Sunday. Next Sunday, 1 week from today. You should have been here today, frankly, honestly. But you're not, and that's fine, except for the people that are here. We do have some lovely faces in the crowd, and we're so grateful for everyone that is here in person. But if you're not, let this be your warning. You should come next week. We're going to keep going with our show, and we're going to fight with football season on it, and it's going to be weird.
I think we got a guest for next week, right?
We do have a guest next week. I think Mr. Richard Milton is going to be our guest next week. Very talented guy.
Y'all will want to be here next week.
So yeah, come and see the last episode of Sonny's show, Wake and Bake, which happens at 3 o'clock. Come get you some brunch, settle in, get cozy, enjoy that show, and then stay for ours. That's what you ought to do. It's the last chance to see Sonny's show, Wake and Bake. It's been a great show. Very similar format to ours, but something about it's different too.
Sunny
I don't
flavor.
know. Yeah.
Which I love.
It's so unique and fun and
shenanigans. She says.
It's all about the shenanigans. Love you too, Sonny.
See you next week.
All right. So, any closing remarks or anything, and one final song from
Thank you for
Tricia.
having me. This has been fun. I'm going to share, I have so many, sometimes I get like, what am I going to sing? But this is actually something that is a new song, and so it's like very, very fresh, and so that's why it's kind of like, I'm going to play this, because it's like on my mind. And so when we talk about songwriting, you know, like everything is different. I actually did start writing like this kind of like lyric and vocal first, and so kind of had a little bit of it like on the back burner, and then I was just playing and then it just came out, so I didn't even really try to recall it, but it's actually like kind of like a new, I would call it a definitely new work. this is not the right one. Maybe I'm not gonna sing that one because it's new. I can't reaching for it.
So that was
Never
just a sneak peek.
scratch.
Little sneak peek.
I
For the next
wanna be here. Okay, next time I'll do that one. I'm gonna do something that's a little bit more practiced, I guess you would say. My mirror shattered on the floor. 7 years of luck out the door. They say disaster is in store. For me, it'll be what it's been before. My mirror shattered on the floor. I don't follow superstitions. It looks to me that it's just pieces on the ground. I'm not gonna let it bring me down. My mirror shattered on the floor. Don't have a looking glass anymore. That's it. That's my mirror song. It's a really, really old one. So I was gonna go with the new one. Decided to end with
Total about face.
Total About Face. Sorry, sometimes my mind does that.
Oh, that was great. That was called Looking Glass or Mirror? What's
It's just my mirror song.
your mirror song? Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. It was very good. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you.
Thank you again for being on our show. I know again you don't do a whole lot of social media, but on Instagram,
Yes, definitely.
I guess you have it's like a private Instagram though, so there's a vetting
So-
process. You're gonna decide.
Yeah. So like anybody who's my friend, if they wanted to join in, if they're joining in or if they're trying to see what I'm doing, I'm sure they have been notified.
Word. Otherwise, you just gotta
Otherwise-
you gotta show up at the right place at the
Yeah.
right time, and that's
Yeah,
pretty
and
cool too.
if you follow me, I'll follow you back. It is my personal account, but like when I make the step to like move and shift gears, if I ever decide to do that, then I'll let people know for sure.
Right on. Well, Trish Martin,
Thanks.
thank you so much. I'm Jacob. This is Alice.
Hi. I was
And-
gonna say, encouraging everyone to just come out to the open mics, either to check it out or sing your own songs or, excuse me, any of that stuff, and you might see Trish and hear her songs.
There's a
and-
brand new every Tuesday night here at Six Springs Tavern. That's where we're filming from, by the way. Six Springs Tavern. If you didn't know, there it is.
Hey.
If you haven't been here, you gotta come. You gotta come check it out. They've got amazing food, a great listening room environment, and awesome bands on the weekends. But every Tuesday now, there's a songwriters night hosted by Justin Pickard. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, come out on a Tuesday night. and hang out, and maybe you catch Trish again, and
Maybe
sometimes
I'll
I'll
be
play
there.
some songs, and that's a new event, and so if you got something that you're looking to do on Tuesdays, I definitely recommend coming here to Six Springs.
The talent. Oh my goodness, it's been wonderful
It has
these
been
past couple. It's
extremely
just-
good. I should also plug that our band, Jacob Price Zaz and the Loose Ends, are playing on Friday. This coming Friday, that's September the 8th, we're opening for a band called Trashy Annie. And they won Best Americana Act or Best Up-and-Coming Americana Act or something like that in the Texas Country Music Awards this
wow.
year. So they are certainly worth seeing, as are we, and we're opening for them. So come out on Friday, this coming Friday the 8th, and hang out. We'll have a nice honky-tonk rock and roll show going on for you.
It's a dance floor here and everything.
That's it, a beautiful dance floor, vintage dance floor. Too few of them left. Come out here and scoot on it. And, yeah, I guess that's our show. Thank y'all for tuning in to episode 11 of Hair of the Dog. Thank you again so much for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Y'all enjoy the rest of your Labor Day weekend. So long. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Etc. We clear?
Wow.
Go. We're clear. Let's get some house music. This is a party now.
I want some brunch.
Oh my gosh, I have to pee now.
I know, it always happens.
Thank you. I bombed at the end, but thanks.
No way.